And I'm very pleased to be joined now by St. John Sea Dogs forward Joe Veleno. Joe, your rookie campaign is now over. It's certainly been a storied season for you, but what do you think? Tell me about your rookie season.
I thought it was good all around. I think the team, myself included, was we all had a great season. Of course, we didn't want it to end the way we wanted it to, but next year and we have another opportunity to conquer. Our goal is to win the league and maybe win the Memorial Cup, and I think next year we got a really good chance. We got a great group of guys this year, and everyone's going to be missed, and all the players that are leaving, and it was just a great season all around.
How did you feel about your first playoff run? You made it all the way to Game 5 in the third round, semifinals, and it was a heck of a playoff run, not only for you but for the team as well.
Yeah, I think everyone kind of battled forward, and if it wasn't for everyone sticking together and believing in ourselves, and we wouldn't have made it that far. But the experience was great. I think I'm going to take a lot of positive stuff from this year's playoffs and bring it into next year's playoffs hopefully. And I think everyone just battled through, and maybe we could have had a better result than we had, but next year's our chance.
6 goals for you in the postseason, including one in the final game back on Friday night. Did you feel pretty good about your playoff run personally overall?
I think it was pretty good. I mean, maybe there's a couple bounces where the puck could have got in, or making a nice play and the other guy finishing it off. But you're going to have that everywhere you go. I mean, you can't always get the bounces you want, but it's all also a team effort. I mean, you have different guys stepping up in the playoffs, and it's fun to see. With all the injuries, Matthew Joseph and all the other guys, it's hard to kind of like bring that momentum in. But all the guys stepped up, and didn't really matter, and we did really good with what we had.
Your season was under the microscope all year long because of the circumstances surrounding your inclusion in the draft and being the first 15-year-old under exceptional status to play in the queue, all of that stuff. Did you feel like you were under the microscope? Did you feel extra pressure, or did you just feel like you were able to be yourself and play your game?
I think a bit of both. I think I thought it was going to be worse with all the the media and everything, but I think I got to be myself, and there wasn't too much of that, and I kind of got to stay with the team and bond with them, and just be with them every day, and it was great. It was a great season.
Statistically for you, 13 goals, 43 points in your first season. You played anywhere from the first line down to the third line throughout the course of the regular season, and everywhere in between. What did you think of how the campaign went for you on the ice?
I think it was different. I'd say getting moved different lines, one to the second, third, and third to the first, and just kind of like a roller coaster. But also the move to the wing was good this year. Throughout the second half, at first I had some trouble with it, but I started to get going, and I think the wing wasn't too bad after a while. Obviously, I'd like to play center more, but in these circumstances, whatever it takes to help the team win. And I think I was proud with all the different changes there were throughout the season.
From a personal standpoint and from a team standpoint, what will be the big highlights for you that'll stand out when you look back on this season?
I think just the great group of guys we have. I think it's rare to have these kind of guys on the team. All guys with big hearts and lots of character, and we wouldn't have made it this far if it wasn't for everyone buying into the game plans and putting in all the extra work with the coaching staff, and Daryl and the new president, all the big guys that stepped up, and we just kind of like stuck together all year, and nothing was holding us back, and I think that's something that we should be all proud of, and hopefully next year same thing, great group of guys, and hopefully maybe we can even win it next year.
You're going to get a chance to see some of these guys over the summer, I'm sure, but really this is the last time that you're all going to be in the same place at once. Who are you going to miss?
Not really names in particular, but I think just all the guys that are leaving, the 20-year-olds and the guys who are not sure to come back next year. I think everyone's just going to be missed on the team, and everyone was kind of buying into the team, and everyone was bonding, and it was nice to see. We had a lot of laughs together and a lot of good times. So everyone's just going to be missed. I mean, it's a team sport, and everyone's going to be missed.
The season is still pretty fresh, so have you had much of a chance to kind of sit down and contemplate your off season? Do you have a plan? Do you know what you're going to do while you're gone?
Yeah, I started a bit on that. I've talked to my parents and my agent and my trainers to see what I'm going to be doing this summer, and probably it's going to be more or less like last season, but just some more work and get ready for next year.
What do you feel like you're going to focus on to help take your game to that next level?
I think just physical strength. I think my lower body, my upper body needs to get bigger and stronger, and I think it's going to help for sure for next season.
You alluded to this a little bit already, but how excited are you knowing what the group is going to look like potentially coming back? You in your second year, all the other guys that are eligible to be here to be the core of this team that that'll try and take it to another level.
Yeah, I think it's going to be exciting next year. Everyone's going to be a year older, including me, and I think with Shabby and Zaboral, if they come back, and all the other guys who are drafted in NHL, if everyone comes back, I think we're going to have a really good team, and for all the new guys coming in, the rookies and the guys who've been drafted in previous years, I think everyone is going to have an important role on the team, and I think it's going to be exciting to see what's going to happen next year.
Last question for you, Joe. What's something fun you're going to do this summer?
I try to spend some time with my family. I don't get to see them often, and my friends too. I'm sure they all miss me back home, and it's going to be exciting to go back home.
Joe, great season. Congratulations. We'll see you in the fall.
Yep, thank you.